What's up? What's up? This is April Prayer, criminal defense attorney from Chicago, the Justice Junkie. And I know how it is. I know you love CSI, you grew up watching Law and Order, and now How to Get Away with Murder is your absolute newest guilty pleasure. Mine too. Mine too. But today we're going to have a little fun because I'm going to point out 5 things that are fake about your favorite television legal drama. So let's go. Number 1. You don't get arrested and then go to trial 24 hours later. Think about it. You get a speeding ticket. Do you go in front of the judge the next day? Not usually. So how on earth would either attorney on either side prepare an entire murder trial, burglary trial, complicated theft trial if all we had was 24 hours to do it? When would we talk to witnesses? When would I get to know my client? It simply doesn't happen that fast. Trials can take years and years to take place. Number 2. Number 2. The CSI team is not going to knock on your door and interrogate you. Why? Because they're scientists, not detectives. So the CSI folks, they examine the soil left behind at the crime scene. They look at the blood, the DNA, the fingerprints, the ballistics. And then what do? They type up a nice report, turn it over to the prosecution so that it can be used at trial for later when they testify. They don't knock on your door and then confront you with it. They're not police officers. They're scientists. Number 3. DNA results do not come back in 10 minutes. They might come back in 10 months. So get this. On average, on cases where I've had DNA, the fastest I've ever gotten it back was 6 months. The longest it ever took was 18 months. So on average, it's about 9 months. But my county is backlogged, so maybe your county goes a little bit faster or a little bit slower, but it absolutely isn't going to happen 10 minutes after someone is arrested. Things don't move that fast. Number 4. Lawyers actually have to ask questions. So what do I mean? I mean, like, if you're watching How to Get Away with Murder, Annalise will stand up there, she'll ask 2, 3, 4 questions, and then go into a long monologue, a long diatribe, tying all the information together, confronting and blaming the person on the stand for their role, and screaming over the judge and the prosecution. This would not happen. Why? Because the judge would lock her up. You have to ask a question, and then a question, and then a question, and then a question, and then wait until your turn at the end of trial to do a closing argument. You don't just bust out into your closing argument in the middle of examining a witness. It simply doesn't happen. And number 5, there is no Perry Mason moment. So Perry Mason is a little bit before my time. It's more like my parents' thing. That was their jam when, they were young adults. But the Perry Mason thing is there's a witness on the stand who has this deep, dark secret who they think they've hidden very well. But because Perry gets up on his feet and does this fantastic, magical, spectacular cross-examination, the person cries uncle on the stand and says, you got me. I did it. I killed my wife for the insurance money and buried her under the house. It doesn't happen. I've seen amazing cross-examinations. I think I've done a couple of decent ones myself, but I've never seen any witness on either side simply crack and give up the goods. So hopefully this was helpful. I know that there are a lot of jurors who believe absolutely everything they see on TV, and so I had to point out to you what really happens in the courtroom and separate fact from fiction. Peace.